Hello and welcome to Edu Portal. In this lecture we will study about zero force member. The concept of zero force member is very essential for the analysis of truss problem. So let's begin the discussion. First, case 1. We will study two cases here. First, case 1, see the truss and now see the conditions. Two non-collinear members are connected at a joint. Two non-collinear members here are EB and ED. They are connected at a joint. Which joint? Joint is E. This is the joint. This is first condition, two non-collinear members. Second condition is no externally applied force or support reaction at joint E. Okay, so we can see that there is no at joint E, there is no support reaction and no externally applied load. So the conclusion that can be drawn from here is both members EB and ED, both the members EB and ED are zero force members. So EB, this is EB, it is zero force member, and this is ED, this is also zero force member. So FEB, that is force in the member EB and force in the member ED, equal to 0. As we know from the definition of zero force member, that is this member will not carry any force, neither tensile force nor compressive force. So these are zero force member. So this is case 1, and if it satisfies these two conditions, then this will be these two members will be zero force members. Okay, now let's move to the next case, case 2. Okay, this is case 2. See the truss. Now here it is, the first condition is three members DA, DB, DF are connected together at a joint. We can see that DA, this is DA, DB, this is DB, and DF are connected at a joint D. Which joint? The common joint is D. Second condition is two of them are collinear. Two of the members should be collinear. Here member AD and member EFD, these two members are collinear members. Two of them are collinear, DA and DF, and one member is non-collinear. One member is non-collinear. So out of the three members, two members are collinear and one member is non-collinear, that is member DB. Third condition is no external force or support reaction acting at joint E. Okay, so we at joint D, this will be D. So we can see that at joint D there is no external force or no support reaction is there. So if these three conditions are satisfied, then we can conclude that the non-collinear member, here the DB member is the non-collinear member, that will be the zero force member. So member DB, this is the zero force member, that is the force in the member DB is 0. We can see that the joint E, there is also three members connected, that is EF, EC and EB. So first condition satisfied, two of them are collinear, so EF and EC are collinear and one non-collinear member, so EB is non-collinear. So second condition also satisfied, and third condition is no external force or support reaction, but we can see that this is the external force applied here, external force. So third condition is not satisfied, so we cannot say that EB is a zero force member, but we can say that DB is a zero force member. Okay, so these are the two cases generally we found in truss analysis, and the concept of zero force member is very essential for the analysis of truss. Okay, I hope your concept about zero force member is clear now. Okay, I hope you have enjoyed the lesson. Thank you so much for listening. All the best. Goodbye.